It has been so long since I have recorded a video. It's been like a year, at least a year. So I hate to say that it's been so long, and I hate to say that it's been at least a year because honestly, it's been my fault, and I've been super lazy. Not only like physically, just like I don't feel like recording the video and editing the video, but spiritually, I've been lazy, and I haven't been doing the things that God wants me to do. So I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys, update y'all on my journey. Is this past year has a lot has taken place. Even in these past few months, like it's just crazy. Like a lot of good things has happened, and as you can see, I'm in a new room. So this is my living room, you guys. This is my living room. This is my apartment, y'all. Like for real, I'm like an adult now. Like you're not really an adult until you get like your own giant. Like this is all you. So let's talk, shall we? All right. So let me rewind to about January. After it's probably before, maybe after I celebrated my 31st birthday. And I was like, okay, it's my 31st birthday. Um, I was excited around that time. I was like, I need to do something new. And not just me feeling like, okay, I'm 31, I'm getting older, whatever. It wasn't like that type of thing, but it was like I had been wanting to move out for at least like a year. Like when I turned 30 was when I was like, boom, I want to move, but then I didn't. And a lot had happened. I was staying, me and my dad had a place together. I wasn't staying with my dad because I paid my part too. Don't come for me because I paid my rent. So we lived together, and it was kind of like, it was nice. And then, when you kind of get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to be free and out and by myself. You about to drive me crazy. It was like that. And then I started looking for places. And when I was looking for places, of course, well, my lease wasn't up till June. It ended up being July, and I went home to North Carolina for the summer, like to visit family and stuff like that. So when I was looking at places in January, it was kind of like, yeah, we don't have anything that far out. We don't know. These are our rates. Our rates change, and the price goes up. In the summer and the warmer seasons because people are trying to move, and so I was just kind of like really discouraged and frustrated. Or I would find a place online and see it and be like, oh yeah, this much, this is in my budget, whatever, and go there and it's like a completely different price. So I really prayed. I wrote down some things that I desired and wanted for an apartment. A lot of things that I saw had those things, but they weren't in my budget. So I had to, eventually I was like, okay, I'm going to have to bend on some things to get something that's in my budget. One of my friends from my church was like, just take a break. Just don't even look for anything right now because it's going to make you even more anxious and frustrated, because I was getting frustrated because I couldn't find anything. Around June, was it? Actually, it was like May, April, March. So it was in March when I had initially thought that our lease was actually up in June, but the lady ended up saying that our lease, I thought our lease was up in July, but it actually was June our lease was up. So then I was like, okay, now I really have to rush and find something. If we could at least have until July, God, then I would know like I'm making a good decision, and it would help me have a better peace of mind on moving. And a lot of times when you are doing what God wants you to do and you're in the will of God, that doesn't mean that you won't get hit with the battles and the struggles. A lot of times it comes even harder, and it'll come at you to make you second guess it. Did God really tell me to do this? Did He really tell me to go there? Because I'm sitting here and I'm dealing with all these doubts and feeling anxious, and I'm dealing with all these struggles that I feel like I shouldn't have to deal with, because it's like, God, I'm in your will. Why do I have to deal with all of these things? A lot of times when you're out of His will is when you feel like could be the most chaotic, but sometimes the warfare is even stronger when you are doing what God wants you to do. So when it got closer to the move out time, I was like, should I stay? Should I leave? I was like, ugh. And then I felt bad. I felt guilty. I was like, can I afford it? I was talking to some people at my job. And you know, there was one, she was single, she's single too, so she was like, you know, with our salary or whatever, she's like, it's impossible to afford a place on your own, and you know, the life that she wanted to be able to maintain, because she wasn't staying by herself either. She wanted to be able to still afford the things that she likes to afford while she's staying with somebody, which I understood. And so it was kind of like, okay, but I'm still going to move. I was like, I'm going to trust that God's going to provide for me, that even though I might not be making the money that I want to now and the funds will be tight, that God will see me through it. He's going to make a way, some type of way. I still decided to step out on faith and go and look for places. So here I was like, God, if I was able to move out and not feel the guilt of, you know, seeing my dad have to move out too, I was like, that would help me have a lot more peace about the situation. So that ended up happening. So I moved my stuff out at the end of the school year in June. And so I moved my stuff out. My dad stayed in the apartment that we were in till, you know, our lease was up in July. Hey y'all, so I'm back. So where did we leave off? Okay, so I was talking about I think wanting and praying about waiting till July to move out or something like that. So I ended up being able to actually ended up being up in July. So they ended up charging us for July. So I ended up paying for July, which was a prayer that I had prayed. I was like, God, I really just need an extra month. If we could get an extra month, that would be great. So then I was also praying. I was like, God, I really don't want to be here in this apartment when it's time for both of us to move out, because I felt bad for, you know, my dad had to move out too. So I was like, if I can just get myself and move out and not have to be here when he has to move his stuff, that would make me not feel so bad. I moved my stuff out from my apartment into storage. So then I went home for North Carolina for the summer. So I was actually able to move my stuff out and not have to be there while my dad had to move out, which was good. So those two things let me know that it was time, and that God was like, okay, boom, I got you. That, you know, it's still my will for you to have your own place. And I still feel that way. I don't regret moving. And a lot of times when we do things, the peace that we have is the confirmation that we need. You know, you can get confirmation. You know, God can speak to you. He can speak through other people. He can, you know, give you favor, which he also did. And so all of those things are ways that God can just show you, like, I got you, boo. I got you. You know? And it's just so cool, like, that it was something that I specifically had prayed for, and it happened. And I'm so, so, so grateful. So when I left to go home for the summer, I did not have a place to come back to in VA. And I had this one place that I really wanted to move into, because one, it was like kind of like the only option. Plus, it was like, I was like, okay, the area is basically right across the street from where I just moved from. So the area is cool. So I was able to, you know, basically feel comfortable about being there. So when I had came home, it was June. I was calling them about the one bedroom. They were like, no, we don't have any available for your time frame. I was like, oh. Fast forward to July, right? So I'm home for about a month. Still don't have a place. So I hit up this place that I'm in now. I wanted the location to be good. I didn't want to have to drive far to go to stores. I didn't want to have to, you know, drive this town or across town. So fast forward to now to the apartment when I applied. So I applied one day. I did the whole process online. And so the next day I had called them. I was like, you know, I had put my application in, whatever. I want to see if you had anything available. So she was like, yeah, we have one available in the time frame that you want. You can move in at the end of August, whatever. I was like, okay, well, put it on. I said, well, put it on hold then, if you can hold it for me. And I felt so good to actually have that out the way. So now I am in my place that was promised to me, the place that I had been waiting a year and a half to be in. The location is bomb. The apartment was even under my budget, and that was my thing. I was like, I could be over, but I want my first place to be over my budget. So my rent was under my budget. Like, that was bomb. The location is bomb. I'm at a new job. Well, it's the same job at a new place. So it's a bunch of new things, y'all. It is a new season. If you don't get into that, if you don't hear nothing else from this video, just know it's a new season. Like, it really is. And when I tell you, like, I feel it. You know, people like, you know, you're walking into your new season. You know, your seasons are changing. Like, people be like, okay. And I was like that. I was like, okay, it's going to be a new season. It's going to be different stuff. Okay, whatever. But no, like, I actually see, like, this is a new season for me. I'm teaching at a different place. I was, and I'm going to have to share a testimony about that. Actually, let me go ahead and tell you. So I was moving to a new school, or transferring to a new school, and I was a grade level chair at the school that I was previously at. Now, when you're grade level chair, they give you more money. I mean, it's not like they hand you the bank, but they give you more money. So, and I was like, oh gosh, I'm going to this new school and I'm getting my new place. I don't want to have to lose funds. So I was just praying about that, and I was like, God, I don't know if they want me to be a grade level chair. Should I ask them? Like, should I just let it go and just trust you? So over the summer, I got an email that, you know, I was a representative for my grade level, trying to get some information or whatever from a few of the staff at the school. So I'm sitting here like, representative? What's that mean? Am I like a grade level chair? So I didn't ask anything. So when I got back for the school year, I was like, so who's the grade level chair for our grade level? And she was like, you don't know? I was like, one of the girls was like, you don't know? I was like, no, nobody told me. I was like, it's me? So she told me, she's like, yes, it's you. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I was like, cool. So the one thing that I was praying for and worried about, like, God just took care of it for me. Like, literally, I went to my administrator and she was like, we already got the paperwork. Like, you know, you don't have to basically worry about if you're going to get paid for it on your first check, because she had already processed everything to where my money automatically came in. When the school year starts, it's already a part of my paycheck. So I was like, thank God, because I really did not want to have to lose anything. All in all, I just want to tell you guys and encourage you guys, if you hear nothing else, that it is a new season for you, and that if God takes care of the birds of the air, like, He will take care of you. He will order your steps, that you really, honestly, when you obey God and move when He tells you to move. In my case, it was literally move. And I feel like if I would have stayed, and not that it's anything, you know, bad against my dad, but if I would have stayed into a place where I was like, okay, I've outgrown this season, then I would become just stuck and stagnant. Like, I didn't want to be not moving. I desire a place for myself for a lot of reasons, and I really felt like, okay, it was time for me to have my own place. So I am so grateful that it's happened and that it's here. If you get nothing else from this, just be encouraged that whatever you are going through, that it won't last always, that it is going to change for you. Just be consistent, continue to seek God, and I am making an effort to do that more often and better. And I'm starting with this video and doing what God tells me to do, because I'm like, I don't want to record. Even right now, I'm so tired. Are y'all praying? Y'all praying over there? I hope so. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. So subscribe. And I will put my Instagram information down below so you guys can follow and we can stay in touch. So love you guys. God bless y'all. I will talk to you guys in the next video.